my God, this is shocking. The first season of Star Trek Discovery is now available on the CBS broadcast network, and the first episode aired, and it bombed. And of course, you can make the argument, and I saw someone on Twitter do this because Doomcock did his video of this, and I responded to it on there about because it got beat by a rerun of The Masked Singer. Because the idea, apparently, I've never watched the show, but a lot of people do, even in rerun, is that you have this singer who's wearing an outfit and a mask, and at the end, you're supposed to guess who it is, and then they reveal it. Well, if it's a rerun, then you already know who the Masked Singer is. Oh, boy. So, yeah, it only brought in a 0.2 rating with 1.7 million viewers. Now, I believe it got 10 million when it originally aired. They aired the first episode as sort of an advertisement for the CBS All Access service. And back then, no one knew what it was. You know, some of the images being released had already been done, and was like, hey, well, this doesn't look right. I wonder what that's about. And then, you got to watch the show. It'll probably explain all this stuff. You know, and then you can see over here the Klingons and how weird they look. And then the uniforms didn't seem right, and the ships didn't. It just didn't match up with continuity. And at the time, I was thinking, boy, you really don't understand the Star Trek audience. They're going to notice that, even minute details that even I would miss. They're going to, now you. And even if you weren't really into Trek, you knew that about the Trek fans, the Trekkie, and all that sort of stuff. And still they did this. It's one of those strange things. But so that alone, but then the show, well, what about the show by itself? And you just kind of have to just forget about the continuity stuff, which then why make it a prequel in the first place, you know? But it still doesn't work. It's terrible. Speaking of continuity, you have to establish your own, and it doesn't even observe that, you know. And so it was just awful. So the point on Twitter was that, this too is a rerun, and so anybody who had seen it on CBS had already seen it, but yeah, the subscribers have seen the whole series. Anybody who watched it back then, I suppose you could say, well, I'd already seen the first one, however long ago it's been now, and I'll catch up with the second episode and finally see what the season was all about. I seriously doubt that that's going to be the case. I don't think, in fact, starting off like this, it's probably going to drop below 1 million viewers. So, and plus, as this is supposed to get people interested to subscribe, I don't think so. Their new season is available, I believe. I don't know. I canceled my subscription and not going back. So, it just doesn't work. And it's, they did their Star Trek show. The fans came in, saw that it was crap, very expensive crap. It's the best looking sci-fi show ever at this point, as far as the effects they had and everything. The money they spent on this just goes to show how much this must hurt, because they get nothing back from that. The idea at best is that the CBS All Access had 4 million subscribers. Yeah, that's terrible. And and if you think, oh no, it really worked, it was great, then why are they rebranding it to Paramount Plus? No, it didn't. And the idea that you would put your exclusive series on the broadcast network, again, is testimony to the failure of this series. Although I'm of the opinion Picard was the final nail in the coffin, because in a lot of ways that's even worse than Discovery, because that's in my mind, it's not the real Picard. But there it is. They sold it as that. They went and got one of the original actors and brought him back and just, ruined it. So, that's pretty much it. And season 3 has to be the last of it. the only reason to watch it would be to see how bad it is and how messed up it must have been. And there's all kind of rumors they destroyed the sets before they were through with reshoots or something like that. Or they went into editing and realized, oh crap, we got to reshoot. They can't because the sets are whatever. I don't know. Probably, but this is just another kicking you when you're down. So I kind of feel sorry for them at this point. But the rest of the episodes, I don't think will bring anything in. It'll probably drop even further, as there's just nothing there, and that's unfortunate. Now, apparently, I see an article like this. There was rumors that the movies have been canceled. They said no, they're not, and Holly himself said no. We're still working on that. So maybe they're just going to go for movies. But I think Star Trek belongs in television in the episodic nature of a series. And this was their chance. And that's why you got 10 million views. People wanted Star Trek. Goes to show Star Trek had a market. It had fans. It had an interest. And you burned it all down. And lied and made up stuff and kept it close to the vest and didn't listen and did things that made no sense. I mean, if you were going to do this with this complete reboot, you should have said that's what it was right off the bat. You're lying out the door, for where this is supposed to take place. And then again, the typical template of shows and movies these days. If it's crap, well, then surround it in politics and identity politics and all that crap, and tear down old characters to try to make your new ones look good. Spock telling Michael, "You're the reason I'm who I am. You're everything to me, Michael." It's just, it was over. So anyway, there you go. You just. If you really even needed any evidence of it, but there it is. So whatever their numbers are, maybe even 4 million is being optimistic as far as their subscribers go. But golly, I mean, because they really spent a lot of money, because like I said, it looked really cool with the special effects and everything. And man, it didn't. They probably should have put it on the broadcast network in the first place. At least it would have made some money, Oh, well. So at some point, because those people are still there, so if there was something to promise a better Star Trek, you could probably get them back. But you're going to need to hire someone like Ronald Moore, someone like that, names like that would get people some confidence that they're not going to be taken for another ride, and they'll give it a shot. The Pike series is not a bad idea, but it's probably too late. And but with the same crop of Kurtzman's crew doing it, no, sorry. You've had 3 seasons. You had 2 seasons of Discovery and 1 season of Picard, and it's awful. The stupid cartoon, which I don't like, is actually their best effort. It just shows how bad these people are. They can't do it, and you need a new staff to take it over. But the damage done is pretty severe, so it could be quite a while. Now the movies may come sooner. I don't know, but it's just oh man, it's just a shame. And with all the money they had, imagine what you could have done with that budget, with an actual group of writers who actually know science fiction at the very least. But didn't happen. So it's Orville in the Expanse from now on. That's about it. So I'm going to miss you, Star Trek.
All right. Thank you for watching and listening. Why not like and subscribe and check out that link description below. That'll take you to my mini stores and have plenty of goodies for you. Hats, mugs, stickers, posters, all that goody stuff. Plus, you can head over to indieplanet.com and pick up a copy of my comic book Night Night. Oh, yeah. Plus, you can also catch my podcast, Mr Nailsin Show, over at RadioMisfits.com. And you can also watch my videos on my channel at BitChute. That's the Mr Nailsin channel on BitChute.com.